My colleagues and I have had an extraordinary experience with library staff working this year with our students, particularly our EA thesis students, for whom this kind of research, as it turns out, is both new and quite exciting. One of the things that the EA faculty realized last year as we analyzed two things, one of which was our senior theses and also our senior projects in the spring. We have a two-part capstone experience, was that those processes and those theses that were historically driven, or at least should have had more history in them, didn't. And those that should have had been more data rich weren't as rich as we thought they could be. And so our analysis of that was that we needed an instructional component coming out of the library, if that were possible, to help us help our students figure out how to deepen their analyses using a variety of tools and mechanisms that the library has at its disposal. So we began meeting with Char Booth and Sean Stone this summer. We had a series of meetings across the summer. They've entered into our EA thesis class on two occasions now to help the students begin to better ask questions, to better utilize the tools that are available through the library, and we hope, and we'll assess this obviously at the end of the semester, have a richer, more meaningful, methodologically sound set of theses. So the feedback that we've been getting from students who are in the EA thesis class has been magnificent, actually. It's probably far exceeded what we imagined it would be, in part because they know they have complicated topics that they're working on. They have only a semester to write this thesis, and so there's an acceleration that's taking place, but they also recognize that the questions that they're asking may not be as profound as they once thought when in the spring they had to write a proposal to us about their proposed topic. So what they're flocking to the library to do is to sort of talk with Char and Sean and other reference librarians about how to not only engage with the scholarly literature, but be able to get access to it and then begin to think through the questions that one might ask of it as ways of framing what they hope to do. The other thing that we're doing is that Char and Sean and others are coming into our classes at the lower division level as well as the sort of mid and upper division level to begin this process in advance. And so we're not just concerned about thesis students now, we're actually concerned about thesis students in 3 years. And we're trying to front load this process now in a way that we hope in 4 years we will have this well-oiled machine sort of surging through the program as students are becoming more adept at using much more sophisticated methodologies. The other piece I would say about why we've been so fortunate to have folks from the library into the program is that it's made the faculty more sensitive to what we weren't doing. That we thought students knew how to do this kind of research, or maybe we didn't even think it through that well. We assumed that because they read books and articles, they understood the sort of underpinnings of those texts and how to get access to others like that. And I'm not sure that's actually true. And so watching the lights go off in our students' eyes when Char and Sean were in the classroom, and then watching them as they interact with them on an individual basis, is making it clear that this is a bigger project than we had anticipated. And the hope for us is that the theses that we will receive and the senior projects in the spring year will be that much richer, that much more profound, and I think that much more educative.